What's going on, guys? Alright, we getting some Bitcoin dumping price action today. Looks like all this ETF hype was a sell the news after all, huh? Alright, let me take a look here, see what we got going on. Let's see who we got in the chat here. Let me just open up my live. Alright. Just getting the volume set here. And we'll take a look. Oh my goodness, what's going on with my mouse? There we go. Let's take a look at Wave Edge. See what's going on with Wave Edge here. BTC USDT. I mean, look at these Bitcoin ETFs. Where's my GBTC Grayscale Bitcoin Trust? Oh, it's not doing too hot now, is it? Blow off top scenario. We are starting to... Oh, we could also be retesting the breakout from this RSI, right? But if it fails, then yeah, this thing is going to start to dump down immensely. I mean, just look at the volume spike, right? This is just pure selling right now. We went from like 15 million, 4 million shares traded every day, gentle float up, to massive selling, 56 million, 47 million. And the same thing goes for all the other Bitcoin trusts, right? I mean, these ones really didn't have any price action before, but it sure as hell is now. And we're going to be talking about January pullback. Are we going to get it? Is it going to be a buying opportunity? Stuff like that. and we're going to be covering stuff that I do on hedgeline trading as well. It's BTCO down 5% today. BTCW down 5.5. Basically, they're all pretty lined up. They're matching pretty closely here. This is the iShares Bitcoin Trust. There we go. iShares Bitcoin Trust. This is ARK-B, ARK Innovation, Hold Vanek, Wisdom Tree. Yep, all down on the day. I'll take a look at what's going on with GameStop. GameStop ended at 14.75 on the day. Let's take a look at the SPY. SPY ended red, but with a red candle, with the gap up, with a positive gain on the day of 7 basis points. Take a look at Bitcoin on Market Cipher. Is the volume not there? Can you not hear anything? Not there? I'm pretty sure there's volume playing. Can you hear the music? I'll put it to 35 for you. Hello, Jack. What's going on, my man? Jack can hear us. Jack can hear us. Perfect. That's all I need, really. So let's dive into the analysis here. We'll be covering Bitcoin and the indices. But we'll start off with the indices because they just closed. So again, we're looking to see if this pump up that we're getting right now is going to turn out to be a wave 3 and that the wave 2 is already in. But just looking at the structure right now, everything is kind of set up for the markets to head lower down into a wave 2, right? So it looks like this should finish up. It could very well be an overshooting B wave, and you just go past the the top of the wave 5, and then you start to roll over and come back down. Looking at the stochastics, let's take a look here. I mean, the stochastics looks like they've reset towards the upside. They could be getting ready to start to come back down. However, there's no guarantee of that, right? There's no guarantee that we do immediately start to sell off. Next, take a look at next week's lineup for economic data. On the 15th, we don't have anything. It's actually a US bank holiday on the 15th. The 16th, we actually have mostly Canadian data. The US, we do have the Empire State Manufacturing Index. On Wednesday, we have core retail sales, and then we have a bunch of FOMC members speaking next week as well on Wednesday. And then on Thursday next week, we have the unemployment claims, building permits, Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, and housing starts. So that's going to be an interesting one to take a look at, see how housing is doing, and then more FOMC members speaking. And on the 19th, we have preliminary U.S. consumer sentiment, and then we have existing home sales and preliminary inflation expectations. Okay, so we've got a pretty jam-packed week next week, except for Monday. Music is a good low volume. Perfect. Thank you, Jack. And the markets right now, I mean, they are teeter-tottering. Could they be finished? Could they be done? Yeah, technically you could be finished here. Right, and you could be getting ready to start to come back down in a 5-wave move. Definitely. But this is a nice ABC. It's the setup is there, and I will be longing down here if we get the opportunity to. If we if we get down to these levels, I will be longing the S&P. I will be longing the markets. Is the volume too loud? I can reduce it just a bit. And then we could take a look here at the market cipher on the S&P. So market cipher showing us on this. We'll start off with the larger time frames. Larger time frames definitely starting to show us that we are getting a slowdown in. We're getting a slowdown in the SPY here on the weekly. 14 and the 0. The momentum waves are curling in significantly. Next week could be the red dot week and the confirmation that the markets are going to get a bit of a drawdown. And then we'll take a look at the daily time frame. Daily time frame is showing us a bullish extension, so we should continue the rally if this is the case. We've already invalidated this top here by making a higher high. The 4-hour is getting a bit of a reduction in green money flow. However, we found a nice little bottom here with a nice little green dot, kind of a nice little rally. We'll see if the markets can push higher. If they can push higher, then you can keep extending higher. That means the wave 2 is already in, and we won't have the opportunity to visit these levels. But keep this level here in mind on the SPY, between 459 to 453. And then let's take a look here at the smaller time frames, like the 1 hour. So the 1 hour actually crossed back into the green money flow. So that's some short term, that's good news. That's good news, but it's just sideways chop here. Really no definitive move. But we'll have to see. We'll take it day by day. Let's take a look at the SPY finally on the daily time frame. We'll see if the daily is showing us anything. Nothing on the daily, nothing on the weekly either. 2-day, 4-day, just a bunch of red crosses, a little bit of selling here and there. 4-day, we do have a red cross here, and the 1 hour, sorry, not the 4-day, the 4-hour we have a red cross, and the 1 hour we actually have a green cross in. No significant selling here. I think if the selling has happened, it's already taken place, and we won't see much of it, anymore. I think they've sold. The big money has taken their profits at this point, and it's just retail floating it up. But could they dump it? Yeah, they very well could dump it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin now. Okay, we'll talk about Bitcoin and the ETFs and all that. Although maybe we'll put up GBTC on the market cipher. We'll take a look at it on the smaller time frames. So yeah, GBTC looking like it should extend higher here, which means Bitcoin should extend higher on the 15-minute using the Elliott wave indicator. But I don't know. It's to me, I am very doubtful that this is going to be short-term bullish. I mean, yeah, it's short-term bullish in the terms that we got a pump in Bitcoin and we shot up, right? And then we dumped right back down, and it's been a continuous sell-off. And if you guys don't understand why Bitcoin is selling off, right? The reason Bitcoin is selling off, it's because actually look at that. Bitcoin broke down to 42,900. Now the reason Bitcoin is getting a drop now, in my opinion, is because once you actually open the doors to spot Bitcoin ETFs to be traded on the open market, you actually have real people selling into the open. You also have real people buying, but the problem is Bitcoin has had such a tremendous rally off the lows that there's not that many people willing to buy at these levels anymore, right? Especially smart money. They want the retail to buy, right? But they're going to be taking their profits. They're going to be unloading. And just take a look at Wave Edge is showing us on the daily time frame, even the large time frames like the weekly. Smart money accumulated here already at the lows at $6, $7, a Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and it's rallied 400% since then, right? You think big money is still buying? Because that's what I keep reading and seeing everyone making their case. Oh, it's just smart money's buying now. The smart money is getting in. This is the time to buy, right? It's like, okay, but I really doubt that, because big money makes their money at the lows, right? And they sell at the highs. And that's exactly what we saw here. They bought here at the lows, and they've been unloading ever since. And now what's going to happen is we're most likely going to get a very big drop. Maybe we'll chop sideways for a little bit, and then we'll start to come back down. All right, we actually have a pretty nice dip on Bitcoin here, I might be looking to enter a bit of a trade. Let's see here. Let me see. We'll place maybe we'll do some live trading right now. All right. Yeah, to be honest, I kind of like this little bit of a Bitcoin dip that we're getting. Let me see if I'm gonna open a bit of a long position here. I do like this wick. Let me see if I can hustle in here. We're getting some buying here, though. We are getting some buying. This could just be stop loss hunting. We'll set our stop right below this wick here, or we'll set at 42. Let's get on to uber small time frames. And it's funny because everyone's just talking about how bullish this is going to be for Bitcoin. It's going to shoot us right. We're going straight to 60, 80K. We're going straight to 100K. I mean, like, but people have to be extremely. This changes things. Institutions are going to buy now. No, spot Bitcoin ETFs have been around for a very, very long time. They've been here for 2 years already on the Canadian market. If hedge funds were so intrigued to buy Bitcoin, they could have gone to the Canadian stock market and bought US denominated Bitcoin ETFs, spot Bitcoin ETFs there as well, and put them in their funds. But you know, everyone is very close-minded. You just read the news, the headline, and they get really excited, right? So that's the way she goes. Let's take a look what Hex is doing. Hex is back down to here, and it has had a tremendous rally. I mean, Hex is up like so much off the lows. We getting any significant buying here? Yeah, we're getting some buying. Yeah, so we just attempted a bit of a long here. I already sent the trade signal inside the Discord. If you guys want to get access to the trades, you guys can sign up with the link in the description. We'll see how this one plays out. Already in the money so far. But yeah, to me, the whole time that there was talk about Bitcoin ETFs, to me it was going to be a buy the rumor and sell the news, and that's exactly what we got. We saw non-stop pumping on the Bitcoin trusts, the Bitcoin ETFs, right? And then once they came out, it's just pure selling. But now the selling is not being sold from one party to another. Now when people are selling the Bitcoin ETFs and they're panic selling there, it's actually selling. They're reselling actual spot Bitcoin on the market, which is actually pushing it down now, right? So I mean, you probably got a bunch of people in funds like panicking, getting out at the close here, and that's why it's being pushed down. They're closing their losses for the day. I don't know, right? Oh, pushing down a little bit more here. CLSK coming down. Yep, Jack took some profits. Yeah, I mean, like, this. I think I sold a little bit of Bitcoin yesterday as well, along with Jack, and I mean, rightfully so. Because look what's happening, right? Sold some here around 46, and then boom, today's candle is down 8% in one single day. Bitcoin's down 8% in 1 hour, or not 1 hour, 1 day. So much for the ETF, huh? Let me adjust my flux here. When do we do face reveal, guys? Today? Not today. You guys can put some stuff in the chat if you want. We could take a look at some tickers. I can do anything you guys want. Take a look at BMY. Bristol Myers is one that I got my eye on right now, and I actually do like a lot. Look at these big monies buying here at the lows. $50 here. We're gonna put a monthly low here. I believe so. I believe we're gonna be putting in a monthly cycle low. There we go. Let's see. Let's check on Bitcoin, see what our trade's doing. Nothing much. Chopping sideways. Gold is above 2,000 for quite a bit of time now. We're closing weekly candles here. I think we close a monthly candle, a couple monthly candles above as well. So again, the trend for gold is being set here. Gold is set to go higher, which means the dollar is going to be set to go lower. But I don't know if the dollar is putting in some consolidation here for one more pop up, right, to push the markets lower. And if that's the case, then we're gonna get this drop in the S&P. But if the dollar, you know, collapses and it starts to break lower and lower and go lower, then you're gonna see the SPY just move up, straight up, and we're not gonna get that drop that everyone's looking for. And I mean, yeah, that's basically it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here on the smaller time frames. But yeah, Bristol Myers is one that we're going to be doing a bit of a cover call strategy on. Let me open up some options calculations here. So if we just buy 1,000 shares of Bristol Myers, we're going to be able to sell some pretty juicy contracts in my opinion. Let's take a look here. That's the current price. Let's select some options. BMY. Okay. Dividend came out the other day. 60 cents. It's actually quite nice. We can sell 35 cents a piece. Do 1,000 times. WBA, Walgreens is definitely pulling back now. I think Walgreens is in a bit of a similar situation, forming a long-term low. Let's check the monthly. Well, I don't see any accumulation on the monthly, but the weekly there is accumulation. But we also got a red cross here on the weekly, which means Walgreens could be getting ready to continue its move down. So we'll just be patient on this one. Let's take a look at Pfizer. Pfizer, no selling yet, but it is pulling back. Weekly, monthly. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bitcoin is definitely pushing lower here still. Yeah, we're getting oversold in the 4-hour, but it doesn't mean that it can't go lower. It's already pushing lower. When the selling, it comes fast, guys. This thing could dump all the way down to 35 without breaking a sweat. This thing can keep going. It can't go lower. Don't get me wrong. Check out Hex. Oh, mommy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, stopped out. Yeah, I think we're going lower. We're gonna go significantly lower here. I think we got to look at some lower targets. So we got to be focusing on this count that I had here. If this is the case, maybe the fourth wave is still in play. All right, but I wouldn't like to say that. I would say that maybe the fifth wave has already finished and we missed the count just a little bit. Or you could play that this is the bearish case and we're getting rejected. And the whole new cycle is this cycle is done, and we're getting ready to go much lower. I mean, like look at the amount of hype, the amount of delusion. You know, people like making their case, but they have a huge bias towards it. You know, that the Bitcoin needs to go up with the ETF. It does not. It's 100% sell the news. And I know Jim Cramer tweeted this today that the Bitcoin found a major top or something. And that doesn't mean he's wrong, though. I mean, he's been wrong about a lot of things. We'll have to see. Oh wow, look at that. We are dumping. We are really dumping here. Yeah, so it looks like we've probably found a significant top. It hit my sell area, and that's all I needed to know. And it's all she wrote. Now it's making its way down. If you get a bounce and retrace back up, that's just another short opportunity. Yeah. So yeah, this thing looks like it's toast right now, unless it gets a monster reversal back up, which I doubt at this point. There's too much panic, there's too much selling, and there was just too much hype surrounding this whole thing. Is Pulse Chain on the ELS USDT? No, Pulse Chain's not listed here. Solana? Yeah, we can take a look at Solana. Minus 38. Oh man. Let's take a look at Solana. I mean, Solana is having a big blow off top phase as well. It's probably going to come all the way down to 88 now. Sold off 11%. I mean, this thing probably going to come retest the 57 or lower. It's probably going to come all the way back down again. Just a lot of hype. Look, I mean, just look at the run it's had, right? So nothing can go up forever. $600% move, I tell you. All right, Bitcoin's back above 42,000 again. It's catching a breather, but this might be an ugly weekend. Oh man. Take a look at Starbucks here. Take a look at Roku. Roku looks like it's gonna break this level here, and we're gonna head down to the 76 area. Bitcoin's getting a bit of a bounce here. That's nice to see. Yeah, maybe this dumps over for Bitcoin, but we'll have to see. New daily candle's gonna print in an hour and a half. Yeah, you guys can probably hear some background noises. There's some renovations going on in my house. But yeah, this market, people are getting chopped up. Traders are getting chopped up. Natural gas is extremely bullish right now, though. However, the wave 1 could already be in, and this could be a B wave retrace. So this could very well be a bit of an ABC. Something like this. Alright. And you're gonna get your wave 2. If you get this, this is gonna be a gift. This is gonna be a very big gift. But at the moment, just looking at it. Yeah, so this is right here. This right here is the area you want to look for, right there. And if you do get to there, then you know you're gonna be lucky to be able to get in. From here, it's like a 18% drawdown. Yeah, I've been looking at Workhorse for quite a bit of time with Logan. And yeah, I mean, not all picks are going to be the best, but Workhorse looks like a really undervalued opportunity here. So you can see it's just kind of chopping sideways, bleeding down right now. But if you look at the daily accumulation, 2-day accumulation, 3-day accumulation, and look what happens after this. You actually tend to get these, you have some drawdown, but you tend to get these 56% pump. Oh my god, 95% pump. Like, this thing gets to like $1.40, that's like 340% right there. What's the market cap on this thing? It's $83 million, right? Daily, 4-hour. Look at this. So the biggest one for me is the weekly. Good examples, Fubo. Fubo had that same accumulation. Same thing for GME. So when big money starts to accumulate here, you also want to accumulate some as well. Not Bed Bath & Beyond or AMC. I think AMC is going bankrupt. AMC can't get out of its own way right now. Let's take a look at no, not yin. Yeah, so this is the Chinese stock market here. That manufacturing plant is right in my hometown, and it's an absolute shit show. Which one, Mo? Workhorse? WK Workhorse Group? Oh, Workhorse isn't your... Why is it a shit show? What's going on with it? What's wrong with it? Big money's buying though, so some sort of news must be coming. That's good for it. Yeah, the markets have to go higher. Can go higher, not have to, sorry. They can go higher. Yo! Whoa, whoa, my goodness. What's this? Grayscale chain link down 19% in one single day. Holy Jesus. Goodness. They can't staff it. Extremely depressed region with very few people. GM left and Workhorse took over the plant. Oh wow, that is GM left. Let's see how GM's doing. I'm talking about GM. I mean, Workhorse is up 2% in the after hours. But let's check. Actually, let's check GM. I think GM had a nice rally here, and it's starting to top out. Maybe. Yeah. Could be fighting this resistance here, trying to get above it. I mean, like when you look at Ford, you know, Ford had that similar pop up, and you know, got back above its resistance, and now it's flipping it once again. It's losing support. I mean, this was tremendous support for quite a bit of time. American Express. What about Capital One? Capital One was in the toilet for quite a bit of time. I have friends who work there at one point or another. So I guess the Workhorse is a on and off kind of company. WKHS. Let's see. We'll read into their fundamentals a little bit more. Did they ever do any dilutions or anything like that? They did a split back in 2016. Excuse me. But in 2020, you can tell how much this thing exploded. Oh my god. This thing was $42 at one point. But it's extremely low right now. Like it's trading pennies on the dollar. Like how much revenue do these guys make? 20 was $20 million. 19 million. Let's check the last. So let's see, there really is 10, 13, so we have 33, 53. Last 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And their market cap is at 83 million. Ugh. I mean, it's not that bad. Not great. Do they have any, can we read more into it? Is there news? Ideas? People posting ideas on this? Stay away, a risky buy. Let's take a look at PayPal. Yeah, take a look at PayPal. PayPal up to $61 now. So for PayPal, I mean, PayPal could either be in this bearish count that I have right now, which is finishing the 5th wave in a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5th wave. So this is a 5th of a 5th, and you're gonna get a 5-wave move down. So either this is happening, or you're about to start a whole new cycle higher, like this, right? And you're just in your wave 2 right now, and the wave 2 can extend. But the second you break this low here, the wave 2 is invalidated, and what you're doing is playing this out. you're playing this bearish count out if that happens. Okay, so I got two possibilities for PayPal, and that's about it. I don't really have much to add. I'm not buying it right now. If anything, if PayPal ever gets like down to 47 to $40, yeah, it's like a screaming buy. I would be buying. I'm pretty sure everyone else would be buying too. Let's take a look at PayPal on the larger time frames. Okay, weekly. I mean, you have so much accumulation here, right? You got a lot of accumulation, and they popped it up. So people are kind of holding right around the $76 to $80 level. A lot of people are probably holding. So some people are underwater right now. And you got a lot of buying down here too. So maybe this move is already over, and you're gonna do this bullish count higher. So that's a very good possibility. Take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia, some selling today. Tesla is not doing too good. Tesla is getting hit pretty hard. What's going on with Tesla? The hedge funds hunt for the magnificent tech stocks. I think we had some good earnings. So we had not some good earnings, but we had some earnings today. No problem, my man. But yeah, I mean, PayPal this is my primary account. I'm not buying PayPal now. If this plays out and we come back down, I'm buying. What's up, broadband? Do I think the dump is over for Bitcoin? No. I think this can get ugly in a hurry. I've been telling people I did not think that the grayscale, or sorry, not the just grayscale, but the Bitcoin spot ETF would be a bullish event, and it's not. It's not a bullish event, as you guys can probably tell. I mean, price is just declining right now. Everything's getting sold off, and people are panicking. And now that they're panicking, it's turning into real pressure on Bitcoin now. I did sell some Bitcoin though. I did sell some of my long-term holdings, just like a small amount, nothing crazy. Blasphemy, I know. I sold some at the highs here at 46. I didn't time it to the tick. I just sold it some at 46 because I knew that when the ETF would come out, this would probably start to happen. I mean, like, I just saved myself a good chunk of change. It went down 9%. Right, I'm looking to buy on a dollar cost average as the price declines. I'm a big fan of Hex though. Hex is down 15% now, but man, this thing has so much upside potential. Yeah, I sold my bags. Yeah, I sold my bags and I tanked the price. That's me, guys. Yeah, ride the wave down and ride it back up as well. I think the bottom's between 34 and 36. Yeah, I mean, like, that's also another level I was taking a look at. So I had my primary count to be something like this. So it doesn't look like this played out. Looks like the fifth wave is done here. Looks like the fifth finished exactly where I had my bearish scenario count at. So this was the resistance. Now we need to see if this is going to turn into a... So the first wave of the cycle is done. Now we're going to do a 2, right? And depending on how big the correction is, the two can either finish. I would actually like to see the two finish in the 35 area to 30k area. But yeah, this was the wave 4 pullback that I was looking for, and it didn't happen. So it looks like the 5th is done. I'll delete those, and we can do a bit of a retrace. See what we can find for wave 2, for the A wave. I mean, you've had such a big run up. 50% retrace is at 32. The 618 is at 28, and the 75% retrace is at 22,800. Yeah, no, this is just the beginning. What do I think of ETH? Is there a Friday night voice chat tonight? Yes, Broadband, there is going to be a market recap tonight at 8:30 in 2.5 hours. I'm just doing a bit of a live stream right now for Tradesing. That's where I post my content as well. Is there a Friday night voice chat? Yeah, and then what do I think about ETH? So let's take a look at ETH here. Is this the right chart? I guess so. I don't know why I don't have anything here. Okay, there we go. So these were all my levels, and we got above all of them. So for ETH, very similar situation to Bitcoin. Just bearish divergence building up. Could be done here, and you could be coming back down. It's no longer time to buy, guys. This is not a buy the dip opportunity, in my opinion. I think you're gonna go lower. If I'm still awake in UK, I'll jump in. Old man syndrome these days. Oh, don't worry, I suffer from that too, Broadband. Let's take an mRNA. Oh yeah, mRNA is getting some selling here. Might be a short next week. Looking to play this towards the downside, but yeah, mRNA should be finishing up too. Hey, I'm here live, baby. What it is, baby. No, but the Bitcoin is getting a bounce right now, but it's in the shitter. I wouldn't touch it. in terms of the A wave, where would we be looking for it to finish or to start? We'll take it. We'll take it as we go. Skinny pin. Skinny Pete, dog. Skinny Pete. Skinny Pete, what it is, dog. ETH 1680 possible? Yeah, maybe. We can take a look at ETH 1680. 1680. Whoo, Jesus, 1680. You're talking about Ethereum blowing out the ass here, dropping 30%. If Ethereum's dropping 30%, you got Bitcoin dropping like 20% from where it is. So you're looking at Bitcoin 34K. Yeah, I mean that's basically it. That's probably what you're looking for. And then the alts are gonna shit the bed too. And they are already shitting the bed. Shitting all over the place, look at them. Just blowing out the ass right now. Oh, but they got more room to go down too. This is only the beginning. I told you guys. I told you all. The spot ETF is not gonna be a bullish event. And look what happened. Shit hit the fan. And it's still hitting the fan. Where does the spot ETF money go? Well, into the Bitcoin. It goes right into Bitcoin, not broadband. So let's say GBTC. Alright, so let's say this. Let's say before, we'll talk about it before. Before it was an ETF, right? It was a trust. It's technically still labeled as a trust, right? But let's say you didn't have all the other ones. Now let's say you bought, before it was approved, you bought Bitcoin or the GBTC trust. What you are doing is this thing is already trying to mimic the Bitcoin price, but you are buying it from another counterparty. So you could technically be paying a premium, or you could be paying, or you could be buying it at a discount. So you could either be buying it overpriced or underpriced. Now, this is directly matching the Bitcoin price, right? So there's no more premiums and there's no more discounts. You're not buying GBTC at 50% off below the Bitcoin price, or you're not buying it 50% above the Bitcoin price. So now when you actually buy it, right, the fund, let's say you buy $100 worth of it, the fund has to buy $100 of actual Bitcoin into the market and hold it as a custodian. Okay? If you sell $100 worth of the fund, right, worth of HODL, BTC, or IBIT, which is the iShares Bitcoin Trust. If you do that, they're going to sell $100 worth of it as well. So now you have a bunch of people who bought GBTC when it was trading at a huge discount and it rallied up like crazy. All these people are now taking profits. They're selling the day it's coming out. But when they're selling now, now that they're selling, they're no longer selling it to another counterparty. They're selling it directly into the Bitcoin market. And that's probably why at the close you saw so much selling happening, and then the funds start unloading, and that's what happens. You get a big Bitcoin dump. So now the stock market can really impact the Bitcoin price. But yeah, don't get me wrong. When the halving comes, yeah, these are all gonna go up as well. They're gonna go up with Bitcoin. Got it. Geez, thought BC was volatile before the ETFs. Fast those seatbelts. Like, I know. So imagine like a fund needs to unload $100 million worth of the Bitcoin out of their fund in one day. They gotta get it off their books. Holy shit. They're gonna freaking move the price like crazy. Or one fund decides to buy a bunch of Bitcoin. Then the Bitcoin price is gonna pump. But that's probably what's gonna drive Bitcoin to new all-time highs. Once we get into this rally, right? You think retail has FOMO? When hedge funds get FOMO as well, or some shitty hedge fund gets FOMO and they buy a bunch of Bitcoin, like $30 million, it's really going to drive up the price, right? So, but it'll be easier now to see where big money's going to accumulate and stuff like that. So we'll actually get to see that. The halving is around April. The halving is right here. I have it marked, labeled already. I believe we have it on Coinbase. No. There we go. So the halving is right around April of this year. It's basically 3 months away, but I do believe we are going to get a pre-halving crash or a pre-halving pullback back down, and then that's probably going to be your final opportunity to get into Bitcoin, unless the stock market really takes a hit. April 24. Yeah, so there you go. Someone has the exact date. I just have it as the middle of April because I wasn't too sure. Bitcoin halving. Date. April 24. I see here it says April 22nd. So there's margin for error because the Bitcoin mining rate can fluctuate up and down. But yeah, you can see the halvings, right? The price doesn't immediately shoot up, right? It can even decline after halvings. See, so you have the halving here, and the price fell 25%, right? And then the price halved here, and the price didn't do anything. If anything, it rose a bit, like 10%, and it basically did nothing for like two to 3 months before it really got, its pop up. So you have the halving here, you dump down, maybe you don't dump down, but let's just say you do nothing. So 2 to 3 months after, you really start to see the price move up. So again, it's not to say like you're not going to get an opportunity to buy in. So we're probably going to get a drop down. Maybe we'll get a rally up in a fifth wave and then one more dump. But my best guess is that this 5-wave move is already finished, like this. Here's the T. My best guess is this 5-wave move is now finished, and the primary top is in now after this whole debacle, and then you're gonna come back down in a wave 2. And then you know this will be during the halving, right? May, right? Something like that. April was April. April's here, and it could actually extend, right? So this doesn't have to happen over right away. It could do something like this and just keep bleeding down throughout you know the rest of the time. And if that happens, then you know I'm really gonna be interested to buy. That's when you want to load the boat, load the bags, load the bags. During this period here, Hex should perform very nicely. Let me see if I could post or it's way too large, it says. Let me see if I can save it. See if I can put it here now. It says it can't if it's just way too large. I can't put it there. I don't feel like putting this thing in the... Let me see if I can open it, and I'll put it on the screen. There we go, I can do that. Yeah, so this is probably what's going to happen to Hex. Hex had like BTC topped here and then pulled back and started crashing. And then Hex had a parabolic run up. Right? So... Palantir. Okay, let's take a look at Palantir, Jack. I'll probably do this to be the last one, and I'll take a break after. Because I'm going to be doing another live stream tonight inside the Discord. Palantir. This is an interesting one. Because it's had a tremendous run up. Yeah. Palantir did come back down. It's back under resistance once again. And I mean, like, looking at where the market is, if we do get this pullback, yeah, Palantir is going to get a sell-off back down, probably back down to this level here at $13 and hold it as support. If not, and the markets break out right away and go and just push higher, then Palantir is going to get a huge pump towards the upside, right? As the semiconductors and all that stuff keeps the market pumping, right? Or AI, right? All that stuff. Looking at the SMH is rising as per usual, making all-time highs in price discovery. So ELTR, let's see what Big Money did. I mean, they already sold. Big Money's kind of out of this trade already. Yeah, Big Money accumulated at the lows here, and he got out a year later with a 200% gain. So I mean, they just outperformed everyone with a massive pump. That's the way she goes. Take a look at SMCI. SMCI pumping big and potentially double topping here. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for today. I'll catch you guys on the next one. But yeah, if January provides us with a pullback in the S&P, I will be longing with the some ETFs here, triple leverage, double leverage. We'll be longing right about here. Okay. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.